Lincoln.
There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats.
Yeah, Joe. Joe's in a good mood this morning.
I'm always in a good mood. It's another happy day.
Well, good morning. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. We're streaming live on the web at WLCNonline.com. Or you can listen to us on the go, Joe.
On the go at joeonthego.com.
The Mixler app.
I still haven't downloaded the Mixler app, have you?
And there is no joeonthego.com.
No, there is not. Do not go there.
Do not go there. Please do not go there.
Do not pass go.
Yeah.
I saw an interesting picture of you in the USA Today Life section today.
You like that?
That's a good shot of you.
That is pretty good of me.
Did you ever look like that, you think?
No.
Even in your prime?
No.
He looks pretty good, doesn't he? That guy's got some muscles on him.
And you are referring to The Rock.
The Rock. Look at him. Shirt off.
Pretty popular
tat.
guy. Pretty busy guy these days.
You know, he could be president someday.
Oh, yeah?
The Rock.
Could he?
Well, I'm pretty sure anybody could.
Oh, well, that's true. I guess you can.
Interesting world of politics we have going on these days. We love that noise. Whatever that stands for.
That stands for...
what does that stand for? What?
Huh. Busted.
What is that?
That's a picture of you writing bad things.
I'm not sure. Ask John right in there. He would know.
Yeah, so you're busted. Is writing bad things on my agenda book here. I opened it up and boom, there it was. Whoop, there it is. Well, you are old.
The fans can't see what you're talking about, and I have no idea what you're talking about. So let's just press on.
Let's press on. All right. Another gloomy, rainy Saturday. Seems like the norm around the state of Illinois or the whole Midwest. I'm sure the baseball games that were scheduled today are canceled.
Yeah, we got some pretty good rain last night. I don't know how much, but we had a lot of rain.
So, high school baseball boys, they've got a couple.
Have they still only played 2 games? I'm not sure.
I think they played Thursday night against Tri-Valley Downs. I think they won that game 11-3.
All right.
If I'm correct.
Get that W box.
They were scheduled to play last night, which it rained pretty good yesterday afternoon, so they lost. So they did get it in. Who did they play? Southeast. Oh, back in the Central State 8. Little Central State 8.
Central State 8
matchup. Like the old days. Lost that, so they were supposed to maybe play today, but at Mattoon. And is it canceled? You don't know?
Not sure, but I'd hate to drive all the way over there to find out it was.
Yeah.
That's a long drive.
Yeah. So I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like this afternoon. Maybe they can get that field cleared up, dried up, and get a game or two in. Yeah,
no, I'm from the looks of that map, this rain is covering the entire state.
It's here for the day and tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes, it's really been it hurts. You know, it makes you it's gloomy. It wears on you psychologically. You know, you feel gloomy. You don't want to do anything.
It's 60, 65 degrees one day, and the next day it's snowing.
And cooler today.
Yeah. Supposed to maybe a chance of snow tomorrow.
Really?
Are you kidding me? That's what I'm hearing. Is that right, Jim? Tomorrow night?
No kidding.
Chance of snow. It's April 14th.
And more snow.
And more snow.
Well, I'll tell you what, Santa may show up again. Be nice if he'd bring us all something, wouldn't it?
Well, you kind of shaved a little bit.
Yeah, how you like it?
No.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Not really.
Cleaned it up like you're not really. Not really.
I mean, you look kind of scruffy.
I thought it looked.
But you're gonna grow that out and dye it.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start, and then I'm gonna paint her black, just like the Rolling Stones. Paint it black.
All right. Well, what else is going on in the sports world, Joe?
Well, I think there's a lot going on. The NBA playoffs starting up.
Yeah, are we prepared to talk about that?
Well, no. Let's talk about. You're the leader of the show. I was going to throw something at you.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw something right back at you.
All right.
Did you watch the Masters last week? Did you?
Sure.
Did you watch it?
Sure.
And who won it?
The winner. Who won? You don't know who won the Masters?
I do. Do you?
Yeah, I know who won the Masters.
Who?
I don't know. Let's see if you know. You don't know who won.
I do know.
What was his
Patrick
name?
Reed.
Okay, just checking on you. I'm proud of you.
Well, he's kind of one of those no-namers, and after he wins it, you kind of hear his background story, and he's not a well-liked individual.
Is he not?
You're the golf guy. I was hoping that you could enlighten us.
Oh, no, you know what? I don't follow it like, know everything about all of them. I don't read all that stuff, this and that. I watch it. I like some guys. I like McElroy.
You doze off during it, and you wake up, and you don't know what's going on, and
I really like watching.
Like right now.
I really like watching it.
Okay,
it's exciting.
Can you give us an inside of the winner? Can you tell us a little bit about him?
I don't have any insights to him. No, I don't follow it like that.
So
I know who Tiger Woods is.
Yeah.
I don't have.
So where did he?
I could make something up.
Where did he finish?
Yeah, I don't know. Low, but he's going to come back and get in the next one, I guess.
So you watched it?
Well, Tiger Woods is way down the line. I mean,
so
he shot par golf basically, and which I was like, well, good for him. But some people are all over him, going, "That's all you can do." I don't know. I like he's back. Let's hope he rolls in and gets better during the year and wins one. That'd be fun, or at least stay in that top 5 contention. Drag the audience in.
Yeah. Is that all you got?
That's all I got on that. That's all I got to say about that. What's that from? You got a little forced. You got a little forced looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Gumpy. Yeah. Did you get any guests today?
Yeah, we do have a guest. As a matter of fact, he's going to be calling in about 5 minutes.
He's a big deal.
So we're going to go to break here in about 5 minutes, and we're going to have a special guest call in with all kinds of sports knowledge, because that's what we need. We need sports knowledge.
We need some type of knowledge.
Yeah. So we don't know if there's any high school games going on today. Do we have any softball updates? I know the girls softball, they're underway as well. We had a former Lincoln Railer. She was up in Peoria yesterday playing against ICC. Lauren Block, she's with the Parkland Cobras softball squad. Were you at that game, Lloyd? Up in the press box? You do the announcing, huh?
Pinch hitting announcing.
Oh, you'll fill in, huh? Well, you're just a jack of all trades. Yeah. That's nice. Lloyd.
I didn't hear what he said. He's already put what I would call fake news. He's already sent a text out with fake news to you. And you know why I know it's fake?
Because it's coming out of his mouth?
I didn't get it. And it's something that he just sent to you in your little secret ways.
Oh, no, he didn't send anything to me. I was, I guess he did.
It's secretive. It's secretive stuff, and our fans don't care. No, they don't. We're gonna.
Well,
talk.
he put a little rhyme together.
Oh boy!
The rain hasn't gone away, but the cheap seats is here to brighten your day. Boy, Lloyd, you're a poet and didn't even know it.
He's got it. You're a basketball guy. Did you watch any of this little tournament thing they had going on last few weeks? Was it the what's it called, the G League or something?
I did not, but you know what I did watch the other night? Was it Thursday night? The Big 3 draft. That's getting pretty popular. 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Founded by Ice Cube or Ice T. Which one is it?
Lemonade.
Ice Cube. It's Ice Cube.
I think it was Lemonade.
Got this
borderline.
Got this league started last year, and it's really taken off. They've got like 10 weeks that they play. They're going all over the U.S. They're playing in Houston, Chicago, Oakland, Detroit, Miami. All over the place, and they have their own draft. Lincoln's very own Brian Cook played in it last year. And I don't believe they drafted him this year. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if he was carried over on the team or he was but he was there. It was on Fox Sports 1 live. So I sat there about an hour and watched it.
Did you really? Was it good?
Not really.
No. Yeah,
it was.
I'm pretty sure you
just
show up for that and play, don't you? And everybody gets the ball and goes to the hoop.
I don't know, but they got some big names involved. Dr. J's a coach. Mike Bibby, he's playing. You remember Charles Oakley?
Sure.
Yeah, he's a coach.
Founded the sunglass company.
Did he?
Just checking to see what you know.
I don't think that's true, but
the Dr. J, was he really a doctor?
No. He might have slept in the Holiday Inn, no?
the Doc, man, he was the Doc was the ultimate. He was Michael Jordan before you had Michael Jordan.
You know, so they've got some bigger name, retirees playing, and some of those guys are still looking pretty good out there. Like they could still play in the NBA.
Yeah, 3-on-3. So I'm assuming is it like make it take it or something or what?
Don't know that.
I thought you watched it for an hour.
I watched the draft.
Did you? The draft.
It was a draft.
Did you sleep through the whole thing like golf?
There's a chance I dozed off once or twice.
Did you have any crumbs or anything spilled on top of your shirt when you woke up?
There might have been some trail mix.
Apparently you've been eating pizza from that sauce on your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Was there sauce on it too? I understand.
Never know. But, it's pretty interesting. They're looking to expand it next year, but who knows?
Yeah, I probably won't watch.
I probably won't either. There was nothing else on, and
isn't it amazing how you can have 900 channels and nothing to watch?
Nothing to watch.
And then you go way back in the days before you were born, and there were 3 channels, and there was something to watch on every one of them.
Yeah, the Lawrence Welk show was pretty popular back then.
I never watched Lawrence Welk really, but I just watched Wolfman Jack, the Midnight Special.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You should have some callers call in and win a prize if they remember Wolfman Jack. Give them a prize. Make something up.
You got a prize? How about a new Colorado truck?
But, hey, we're going to get Chris on here and talk about that. That's a good-looking ride.
By the way, we are at Graue Chevrolet Buick out here on Kickapoo, and this Colorado here looks pretty good. And I've been eyeballing this white Chevy Traverse out there. Is that thing sharp or what?
It's good-looking. They went to those, I don't know, you like those rims? Or starting to make those rims, black?
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Why don't you get one? You're sitting on a bunch of money.
Oh, yeah?
This Colorado's pretty nice.
I'm sitting on an aluminum chair right now, Joe. Unless this thing's worth $50,000, I'm not going to be able to get it.
A nice ride. Trade that truck of yours in. We're being tight.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're going to take a commercial break. We come back. We're going to have Mark Grote on with us. Mark Grote is the Chicago Bears Radio Network
all you Bear
sideline reporter, and he covers the Bears for 670 The Score. And he also knows a little bit about the Cubs. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM.
Tweedly-dee and Tweedly-dum.
That's right.
Over here.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. We are at Graue Chevrolet, where you come out here today and take a new car home with you, Joe.
They got them priced to move.
Yeah, they do. Well, hey, without further ado, on the line right now is our favorite reporter, the best reporter of all time, Chicago Bears Radio Network sideline reporter, and he also covers the Bears for 670 The Score. It's our favorite guest,
very own
Mark Grote.
I could use that intro every day, every morning to start my day.
Well,
that's wonderful.
Gets the blood flowing down, and we wanted to use something else, but there's regulations, and it wouldn't let us, so that's what you get.
Something about when you were a mechanic.
That involves wrenches, ratchets, and we're never going to let you live that down. That's just kind of one of those things that we talk about on a daily basis around here.
It's one of them there things.
Yeah, you probably should never let me live that down, because a town that I hold in high regards for a great time in radio, and I almost had you guys delicensed.
Well, some people might thank you for that, but
sure
for trying to do that. But we still like to do this. Mark, you got some free time on your hands now. I know you for the past several years you were with the Cubs and traveling all over the United States, following them, covering games, and now you're with the Bears. So you got some free time right now. What are you doing with yourself?
Well, I am still working. Yeah. Whoa. I am.
Jim's over there making some motions. You don't even know what.
They're trying to get me delicensed now. Yeah, I can't. I can't even begin to guess the motions that might be being made. When you ask me what am I doing?
Emotions in motion.
Yeah, emotions in motion. I am still working for my radio station, The Score. I've been hosting a lot lately on the Score on the radio station, the flagship of the Cubs and one of the CBS properties. So I am still justifying my existence and work. And then actually, next week, there will be a Bears minicamp. So I'll be in Bears headquarters, which happens to be in Lake Forest, Illinois, at Hallis Hall. So they're keeping me busy, other than the things I do with myself.
Well, yeah, I have been listening to The Score all week. You've been setting in for Danny Mac, doing a fine job. You bring a little different twist to it, than the comedic side. People that want to hear that, you're a man of many impressions.
That's right. I'm twisted, all right. That's for sure.
But now you're covering the Bears. Have you really been? I know you talked a little bit about on The Score this past week. You haven't really been around the players or coaches or had that I guess camaraderie yet. And next week you said there's a mini camp. Is that where you kind of get things rolling and going?
Yeah, because I've covered a couple things: the NFL Combine, and then the introductory press conference for the Bears free agents. Allen Robinson and Taylor Gabriel, Trey Burton, Chase Anderson, and Cody Parkey, and that crew of that crop of Bears. This will, we'll start to a little bit. I was looking at the way they do it in terms of our access. They don't have like a open locker room kind of thing. They'll bring players out to us, so they're still not quite the intimacy that that we as reporters look forward to in terms of just getting to talk to whomever we want to. But little by little, and it's 3 days worth, so we'll get to collectively as reporters we'll get to talk to two different players every day. We'll get to talk to Matt Nagy every day, the new head coach. So I'll definitely look forward to hearing what he has to say and how, just exactly like the way he talks and how he talks at their practices and what kind of progress he thinks the team is making, although these are all going to be veteran players. But it's going to be our first taste. I think the most important part is the first taste of Nagy and year two of good old Mitch Trubisky.
Trubisky. You talk about the signings they made on the offseason, and one of the signings that's kind of has me scratching my head right now, or non-signing, was the Cam Meredith situation. Is that something that the Bears look at, that injury where they didn't want to maybe go down that road, or was it the GM mistake where they didn't sign him to that second round tender? Or is it just kind of they're trying to deal with the Allen Robinson signing? He's coming off an ACL tear and didn't want to take the chance on that second receiver, returning after that ACL surgery.
Yeah, I think that has more to do with, I think, the injury, to answer the question directly, because they could have done, like you said, the second round tender. He's their guy, undrafted free agent, one that was developing, and for whatever reason, I think that the injury plays into it, and that they didn't look at him as a core member to this new offense that the Bears are trying to put in play with. Obviously, as we just mentioned them, with new players. So while it's kind of too bad because he was high, he did have the 800, almost 900 yards 2 years ago. It just it's not a fit, and they've done a lot already for the offense in this off season, and going forward it'll be without Cam Meredith. But I guess this is like I was talking about this on the air. It's like you have to either you trust Brian Pace and Matt Nagy and even Mark Helfrich to some degree, the offensive coordinator. You trust them or you don't at this point. And I guess based on Ryan Pace's record for 4 years, you're completely entitled to not trust him at this point. But I don't know. I wasn't overwhelmed or blown away or shocked or disappointed that they didn't bring him back, because it's not like he's a superstar name or anything like that.
Right, and he wasn't going to be your number one receiver. They had him slotted there, last year just because they didn't have anybody else, and they were kind of hoping that he could be that fourth or fifth guy. But are you going to pay somebody $5 million to be that fourth or fifth guy? And I see they just signed a guy off the Broncos yesterday. Can't think of his name right now, but it looks like he's going to step in where they didn't sign Meredith.
Yeah, he'll have a chance to make the team too, and I just don't look at it as one. It's, unless he goes to Cam Meredith, unless Cam Meredith goes to the Saints and has a superstar career, that's the only way you're going to look back on that. What were we thinking? Other than that, even if Cam Meredith goes to New Orleans and has another 800 yards, I don't think Bears fans or the Bears brass are going to look at it and be like, "Wow, we really blew it on Cam Meredith."
Right. Well, we got the draft coming up here in a couple weeks, Mark. Is there any sense of what what the Bears may do with that 8th pick? You think they'll keep it? Maybe trade down and get some more picks? I know there's a lot of question marks in that lineup right now. Do you have any predictions on what the Bears may do with that number 8 pick?
Well, yeah, it is possible that they could trade down just because the Bears, this year do not have a 3rd-round pick because of last year's trade to get Mr. Trubisky. So the Bears right now have 7 draft picks, no 3rd-rounder, a couple 4th-rounders. So they got some stuff to dance and play with, obviously, with the number 8 overall pick. So we'll see if they keep the 8th pick. It certainly lines up as a team that would, at this point, considering what they've done in the offseason, would draft defense, probably somebody to go get the quarterback, whether it's or linebacker, Roquan Smith from Georgia, Saquon Barkley from Virginia Tech, I like Harold Landry from Boston College, the guy who had 16.5 sacks, League in the Nation a couple of years ago. So I think defensive guys, and then you can't rule out the very talented defensive backs in this draft either. The Calvin Ridley out of Alabama, Denzel Ward, a Big Ten guy, Ohio State, and Josh Jackson from Iowa. So there's a lot of really good, talented DBs, and the Bears. It looks like they have their safety set with Eddie Jackson and Adrian Amos, and even their cornerbacks, and they haven't brought back Kyle Fuller. But there's not a whole lot of depth there, and I think that somebody like Ward or even Calvin Ridley could be starter-type guys, so to challenge the current dude. So my long-winded answer is that I think if they keep and I would have to say, if I had to say yes or no, they will keep it, I think. I'd say yes, and I think they're going to go defense.
Well, you think you're talking, maybe 4, possibly 5 quarterbacks off the board before it even gets down to the Bears. So that's going to free up, some top-tier players, maybe making it down to the Bears where, they can get that DB or that defensive end. You don't think they'll go with the guard from Notre Dame, Nelson?
Yeah, I think Quentin Nelson is there. I think that they might. But I keep thinking that I didn't bring up his name because I don't think he's going to be there. And I say that because, you could say you're right. There could be 3 or 4 quarterbacks go in the top 5. Let's say even Denver at number 5 takes a quarterback. The Colts are not going to take one of those guys at quarterback, I don't think.
Right.
And they'd be really wise to take Quentin Nelson. And Tampa Bay picks right before the Bears at number 7. They'd be really wise to take Quentin Nelson. So even with the possible run on quarterbacks, I still don't see Quentin Nelson being alive unless Saquon Barkley plays a bigger role in that top 5 as well, which is very much the case. But yeah, if Quentin Nelson was there, hell yeah. I'd love the Bears to take him. And they need a left guard right now because they didn't bring back Jack Shit.
Well, you never know what Pace is going to do because last year he did trade up 1 spot to get Trubisky. Maybe he trades up, maybe he trades down, maybe he keeps it. We don't know, but we're going to find out in a couple weeks, Mark. Real quick, you got to what the heck is wrong with the Cubs?
Hey, let's go. Before we go there, Mark, would you tell us about what will your day be like on game day? What will you do on game day? before we go to the
Yeah,
Cubs?
game day, I'll be part of the pregame show, so I'll be doing some, pregame interviews and things like that, and I'll join the pregame show. But my primary game day job will be to be covering the sidelines for the Bears, where I will be on the Bears sideline, and I will be, the play-by-play against Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer will throw down to me periodically throughout the game just for reports on what's going on. Obviously, I'll be front and center when there's some sort of injury or any kind of breaking news on the Bears sideline. But yeah, I'll be your standard sideline reporter, and then I'll be in the locker room after games.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I'll have some fun
That's
action.
very cool. You're going to be right there in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, and I've never had that view of football, or really any sport. I've never been down on the...
Yeah, I was going to say, you've always been up away from it, talking about it, but now you're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you can bring some of that Cubs mojo with you, because wherever you go, they win. Is that true?
Well, right. It's true. It's the Cubs without it. So,
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to. You're not with the Cubs anymore, and they can't hit the broadside of a barn right now. I know the weather, and it's early part of the season, but we got some Cubs fans down here panicking, and it's still early, but boy, they got to get things going here.
Well, yeah, they don't want to have what they had happen last year, where they were down to the Blues 5.5 games without the Cubs in it, just like they did this year. And to their credit, they came back last year, wiped out the 5 only, made it all the way to the NLCS. But it was hard, man. Last year was. If there is such thing as a grind of a team that makes it to the NLCS, that's what it was for the Cubs this year. And you don't want to go to that well twice. I mean, they may not make it if they fall behind, 5.5 games at the break again this year. So, bad starts, good starts do matter in Major League Baseball, and they are far from having had a horrible start at this point. But you don't want to let this thing get too out of control. It's interesting. You can talk about the weather all you want, but the Pirates walloped the baseball, and a team from Atlanta shut them out 4-0 yesterday. So, that's it. You got to adjust as a professional baseball players, and yeah, it's not ideal. I've been saying on this board that baseball season should be cut to 100 games, and they should start the thing in the middle of May. It's ridiculous that they've got to play in this cold, but everybody's got to do it in the Midwest. You got to adjust. At the end of the day, it's not an excuse.
Now, one question I have for you, just from the score, in general. Do you guys have stage callers call in, or are there just people that dumb that call in with their opinions?
I wish I could say they were staged, but yeah, I mean, you definitely have some people who have some very interesting thoughts, and no. I have no excuse. They are not staged at all.
Okay, because sometimes I wonder, are you really calling in? And what that's just, it's just not right. And my last question for you, Mark, the best baseball movie of all time is.
Well, best baseball movie of all time.
I know what it's not.
Yeah. Well, you
guys had a big discussion on the best baseball movie of all time, Sandlot. And
people did say that movie was about a dog trying to get a bunch of kids trying to get a ball back from a dog, and I'd be like, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But people want to pass that off as like the baseball movie. It's just wrong. The best one of all time, I can't think of the name of it. The one was about the Oakland A's. Where they
Moneyball.
Moneyball. No, I love Moneyball. I love Moneyball.
And it's a baseball movie, and it's not a kid's movie.
There's no doubt about it. I'm like Sandlot, which is, about, again, getting the ball back from a dog. Kids
getting the ball back, from a dog. You're correct there, but you had some callers that disagreed with you, and not just on that topic. I mean, I listen, on a regular basis as I'm driving during the day, and some of these calls you guys get, I just feel that they're friends of yours calling in, messing around to make you look smart.
Well, that's what we do. The can't do it.
They can't do it. Yep. That's pretty brave on your part as well. That gets a little personal.
Oh yeah, I was expecting it done. I was like, I'm either going to answer these questions or I'm not. So I was like, all right, I'll play along.
Yeah.
I'll play radio with these people. But the Sandlot thing, that's still, like, you don't even see half of it. I mean, the calls coming in, the text line just blew up in terms of people just hating me because how dare I rip the Sandlot. But as soon as I said that, and all these people hating on me, I probably had like 30 or 40 text messages, people saying that they agreed with me. So, you know, it needed to be said. I really stirred it up with the Sandlot.
Well, you're always going to have haters. If you didn't, the show wouldn't be interesting. And trust me, we have a lot of haters that listen to us. But it's just what we do, you know. You throw it out there and you defend yourself, and not everybody's going to agree. But you got to have little diversity, right, Joe?
Absolutely. That's why we have us.
Well, Mark, thanks for calling in today. What do you got planned for this? Is it rainy up in Chicago?
Yeah, it's raining, so literally, like, I'm going to get up for about I got a video just for you guys. So I think I'm gonna get moving. I'm gonna mosey on across the street to the Starbucks and just contemplate the day.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see.
I was looking for going.
Day today got a free day today, so we'll see. And next week, as I told you guys, a lot of bears.
All right. Well, we'll be listening, and maybe we can talk to you when the season rolls around.
Anytime, guys.
All right, Mark. Thanks for your time, Mark. And we'll talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, sir.
That's Mark Grote, Chicago Bears Radio Network sideline reporter, and covers the Bears for 670 Score. Sets in on the show from time to time on 670. I know he's been filling in.
And he's got a cool gig.
Yeah, he does.
He'll walk around the sideline. That's cool stuff.
That's pretty. Got to watch what you do.
You're in the game.
You're in the game.
Yeah. Those guys can run up on that sidelines pretty quick, so you better watch what you're doing.
That's right. Hey, let's take another commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about
Graue Chevrolet and
all
their
right,
deals.
yes. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats on 96.3 FM.
I like it. Lloyd, walk up in front of the camera like you're coming on Shark Tank.
Where'd you get that from, Jim?
I like it. It's a good show. It really is.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah.
He just looks at you and goes, you know what, I'd take that idea out back and shoot it. He just turn around and walk off.
Welcome back to the Cheap Seats 96.3 FM. We're at Graue Chevrolet. And on with us now is a special guest. We had to twist his arm.
Celebrity.
I'm sweating here.
Celebrity guest Todd Cicci stepping in with us. Todd, welcome to the radio.
Thanks, Joe.
And we've talked about before out here, you've got a face for radio.
You know what I mean? A face for radio? Yeah.
You're not necessarily a TV guy, but you're a good radio guy, I think. I think you can do it.
I'm liking my voice already,
Yeah, it sounds good in there, doesn't it? Hey, Todd, the first thing that we're going to bring up, we're out here at Graue Chevrolet, and how long you been here? Let's say that. Forever.
Pert near 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So if there's anybody that knows about Chevrolets and Buicks and cars in general, it's Todd Cicci, would you say?
Yeah, I can fake it best of them.
Yeah, well, we all do. Now, we're going to sidestep that a little bit because we had some golf questions earlier, and you're kind of a golf guy. Can you tell us a little bit about this Masters tournament, what went on? Is Patrick Reed actually not liked among the other golfers or fans?
Well, he's got a little bit of an edge to him. Makes him not as, compared to like Ricky, who's definitely a crowd favorite. He rubs people the wrong way. Just because he's, I think it's his confidence. He's got a lot of confidence, and that's something maybe Ricky needs a little bit of.
But he played
win
well
a tournament
too.
like that.
You know, all he had to do at the end of that. I mean, if you're Patrick Reed going into the last day of the tournament, I mean, I said all he needs to worry about is playing par golf. If he can play par golf on Sunday, he's going to win it. And those guys, and he did.
That's what he did.
And those guys, don't take any extra shots. Don't take any, just play your game. Should be easy to play a par round. And those guys made a run at him, man. McIlroy.
It definitely can't be easy to play a par round when it's the final round of the Masters. So that
and you have the lead.
More impressive, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But
on the lead.
Don't take any risk. Just put yourself around the golf course, and he did. But boy, they almost got him.
Yeah.
Where was that at
Spieth
earlier?
Came out of nowhere. Jordan Spieth made a serious run. I really thought they were talking about next year with him when the round started, and he got to within 1 or 2, I think it was, at the end. It's impressive.
And I've never played a course like that, but you have, right, from your travels.
I played nothing like the or the Augusta, but I played some nice.
I mean, you played some places, though, that the pros have played. See, I never have. But, I mean...
Well, I think your game is worthy.
Here comes that lion stuff, but it's all right. Hey, but those courses that they're playing, those guys are fantastic, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's being an avid golfer, it's extra impressive to watch those guys. The whole part of golf, the thing that makes it really tough is repetitive. It's hard to repeat a good shot, and they're going to hit bad shots too, but they recover from them a lot different than we do.
At one point in time, I don't remember who the golfer was that got up there, and that guy that was whispering said, "This putt's about 43 feet long." And I was standing there laughing, going, "I have to get a wedge out if I'm going to try to make that." And it had like 2 dippity doos in it, and I'm like, man, you can't practice for that stuff.
Years ago, back when Tiger was dominating the Masters, they said they had to change the course to make it more even. How do you change a golf course?
You lengthen it.
You move the greens.
They move the tee boxes back.
Okay.
So, and they tinker with the greens a little bit there, but they've been pretty much the same. And they've brought trees into play that didn't used to be there, and they've changed the setup with the fairways. But mostly they lengthen the course to make it more fair.
I mean, I'm a guy that can. I don't know if there's a company out there that would like to hire a guy that can find sand. I'm a sand finder on a golf course, and I get out there, at the Oaks, which is a great place, but you get in that sand thing, and I have enough trouble with that if it's got a little lip on it.
You're going to find it.
When those guys get in the sand, man, sometimes they're deep. Like you can't see anything out.
Oh, right, yeah.
And coming out of those sand traps is, I'm always fascinated with how good they are coming out of those.
It's impressive, yeah. It's definitely a rare art.
You been out hitting it lately?
I played a little bit a couple days ago.
Thursday? Did you get out there? Yeah, how'd you do?
No, I had 1 birdie. We'll stop there.
How many bogeys?
There's a couple.
Double?
A couple big numbers, yeah.
There's some big numbers? Yeah, you're laying down.
You
know what? It's time to put your handicap in, and Todd's laying down. Keep that handicap
Did you Garcia any holes?
It might have been.
I have.
No, yeah. I've witnessed it. It was fun.
Several.
I still tell that story the first time I ever got in that Memorial Day outing. The first time I had ever done it, and I went out there and kept score and came in and put that up there, and Adam Walsh walked out, looked at me, and he said, "Is that your real score?" And I said, "Yeah, they told me to keep track of them." That's the highest score I've ever seen. And he put it up on that window and left it there for 3 months. I'm just writing it down. I didn't realize that you were supposed to lie a little bit. Foot wedge and, oh, that's good. Pick it up from the edge of the green. And,
yeah, you got to give putts every now and then.
So let's move into Graue Chevrolet. Now, what you got going on out here? You got any big sales today? Anything priced to move?
Trucks. The trucks are, there's a couple of them up to $11,000 off.
Wow.
We got some... a couple Chevys, the Malibu, 20%er.
Malibu's a nice ride, too.
Oh, yeah.
The Cruise is a nice ride.
How about that white vehicle right in front of us?
Yeah. That is the all-new 2018 Traverse Redline Edition. That's sharp.
I love that. That's wanting to go home with me.
Is that like the blackout package that was called or something?
Right. The Redline's what Chevy calls it, but yeah, it gives it a little extra sporty.
Like a little mean, sporty look, yeah.
Exactly. It's got a little attitude.
Are we a few years away from coming out here and going, hey, you know what? Give me the bright red rims. Give me the blue ones.
Oh, absolutely.
You can do that.
It's coming that way. It's going that way. Yeah.
Everybody just have a little different color. It used to be that standard chrome or whatever, and now it's all going to change.
Yeah.
It's powder coating. That's the new thing. You can take your rims anywhere. There's a place in Decatur. You want different pink rims? You want pink rims, Joe? You can get pink rims.
Todd's got a nice pink shirt on today.
Yeah, that's.
I bet it would look sharp. So tell us about this ride we got over here.
Well, that's the special Colorado ZR2 edition with the blackout package.
And you can do some mudding in that.
Off-roading. Huh? Oh, yeah. You can do whatever you want in that thing. Look at those tires.
Is it
aggressive tires?
Is it priced to move?
Always.
Well, I just wondered about it. You're so if people want to come out here and this is a little bit of advertising here. If they want to come out and talk to Todd Cicci, do they just call what number and ask for Todd?
735-4444.
And ask for Todd. You got a nickname?
Ask for Todd Cicci.
Todd Cicci.
Todd Cicci. Whatever.
20 years in the business.
Well, here.
Yeah, you know what you're doing. Yeah, you were in Bloomington for a little bit.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
About 11 years. Yeah.
So 30 years in the business. Wow.
Yeah.
You're a legend.
I guess I'm supposed to say yes and not shake my head.
This is your first time on radio, Todd?
It might be. Yeah. That's why I'm sweating.
Hey, last time. We've got these lights so bright on you. You're all right, man.
It's the bright lights.
It's just radio. You know what I mean? They can't really see us, and most people aren't even listening.
They can't. They can see you in a couple of days. So
yeah, they see you in a couple of days, and then they're going to say something.
As soon as we get our website going, you're going to be able to see us live. So
a website, really?
Well, yeah, it's been in the works for about a year now.
We're getting close.
We're getting close.
Getting close. Hey, Todd, tell us a little about the leasing. Is it back now? I mean, it
never really left. Yeah, we still do a lot of leasing, and that's a good way to go for some. It's not for everybody, but it's a way to get a nice, newer car and keep your payment reasonable, and 3 years, get another one.
All right, here's our last big question that we have for you. If President Trump gets his way and these tariffs roll through, that's going to help the U.S. car market in the United States, isn't it? Is that going to hurt us shipping overseas and pulling on it? Help the United States or not? Will it not?
Anything Trump does is going to help us, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say that because if you put a big tariff on the cars coming in,
you're forced to buy the cars that are already here.
Right.
So
I know you got to be a little careful with some of that. You don't want to. It can have a reverse effect, I suppose.
Yeah, you never know what could go on.
Yeah.
With President Trump.
Yeah.
He has added an entertainment value.
He has.
Well, hey, Todd, thanks for coming on.
I
think you've done an excellent job.
I can't wait to get back.
I tell you what, we'll let you know where we are next week. You can follow us around.
It's my Saturday off. I'm in.
Yeah. See, now he's hooked.
See, it's all easy. We'll get you in the flow of this, and pretty soon you'll be running the show.
Yeah.
And we'll take a break.
If I can do a show without sweating, I'll do
tell you what, you run the back, shower up, you're ready for sales. Oh, we have these lights too bright on you. If Chris could dim these lights when you're on, it'd be a little better. That's some funny stuff.
So let's get to some sports. Who do you follow? Cubs, Cards, Bears?
Well, I'm a Cardinal fan, Bears fan.
Well, okay, there's one plus.
Yeah, it's been an interesting open to the season so far. I think the Cardinals are maybe a little better than some thought, and the Cubs aren't quite living up to it, but it's early. Yeah, I think the Cubs will be fine.
It's early.
It is early.
You Cub fans had your days. That's all I want to say. I hope you appreciate them.
I did.
Because they're done.
I've been through a lot of rough ones.
They're done, and they'll jam the ticket prices up on you and everything else for years to come, and you'll all talk about that year they won it. Nothing wrong with that, though. They did win it.
I was a little worried about the Cubs pitching, actually. That was supposed to be.
Well, they're getting some pitching. Their bullpen's like first in the majors, but they're just not getting timely hitting. They're just, I don't know. Rizzo being out, I think, kind of hurts them a little bit with that leadership. But
I agree.
They're just not getting runners on, and they're not getting them to the plate. As simple as that.
A lot of solo homers.
Yeah, and they have given up a lot of homers as far as pitching. But it's April. Like to think that when it warms up, so will the bats. Is that what they say, Joe?
No, the bats will be warming up. Yeah, it's hard to score if you don't
It's
have
a long
on base.
season. You know, they play 162 games, and we're about, 11 games in? And everybody's freaking out.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. The Pittsburgh Pirates right now are on a roll. They're not gonna continue that.
No.
The Braves, they're young. They're gonna have their struggles. Cardinals, you know, they got some veteran leadership on there with Yachty and, you know, Wainwright, and you know, they're always in the mix. So it's all gonna even out at the end, where the Cubs will be on top.
In reverse order. Cubs
yeah.
will be on top.
Phillies will still be in the cellar.
Yeah.
Lloyd, sorry.
The Phillies are just bad.
He's just kind of taking it, you know.
Although a lot of
They got some young talent
there's some
on the
people.
Phillies.
There's some teams that have been winning out in that area. So
The Mets.
the
How about
Mets,
them?
yeah.
Their only losses to the St. Louis Cardinals.
They're like 10-1.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's baseball. It's a funny sport. There's highs, there's lows,
peaks and valleys.
peaks and valleys, and streams
There you
and
go.
rivers, and
There you go. So if you're driving around today, and
see
you
this
got-
part of the show, we just start talking about stupid stuff. So I mean,
Oh yeah, because the beginning of the show was
It's-
way different. There wasn't anything stupid in the beginning of it.
well, I want to know, when I ask you about golf, I don't know anything about that, and then all of a sudden you know everything about that. Par.
I had somebody to talk to about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, okay. I guess I do
Like-
now.
Trying to talk radiology with you. You don't know anything about radiology. Neither do I.
Wow,
You know what I'm saying?
Jim.
So we cyber jump on this a lot, Todd. But the key to the whole thing is that we're out at Grote today, and if you're driving around looking for a vehicle, there's a sweaty man in here in a shirt that can help you named Todd.
Just bring a towel, wipe his forehead off, and they'll hook you right up. The car designs from
These headphones are like fur lined
Yeah.
or something.
they are hot. Your ears are going to be bright red when you take them off, and
That's funny.
sweat dripping from them. We're gonna have to disinfect these earphones.
We're going to have to go to commercial and get toweled off.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for us today. Once again, come out to Groute. Man, they got some sharp vehicles out here. They got the new Chevy Traverse. They got some Chevy Colorados, and that Corvette right there. Man, that's pretty sharp. Trucks are going, selling like hotcakes. They got big discounts on them.
I'll tell you what we have that I need to mention. We have 3 or 4 remaining 2017 Buick LaCrosses that they need to go. So
Get them out of
come
here.
out and take a drive. Yeah.
Got to make room for the new ones.
And that's a
Absolutely.
nice ride.
It is.
Yeah, that's a nice ride.
The
stylish.
just the styles and the way these cars look these days. I mean, you look 15, 20 years ago, it's amazing what they can do.
You know, I was at a stoplight just the other day, and right across from me, a guy was sitting in like an 80 Chevrolet truck, and then the guy pulled up next to him in a brand new one. And they're just kind of neat because both of them were well. I mean, the new one obviously was in excellent condition, but this guy his truck was well kept. This 1980s truck, and they were both sitting there next to each other. It's kind of like looking how everything had changed. You know, not so
Right.
boxy. Everything gets streamlined and all that
Right.
stuff. It's just kind of interesting. The changes over 20, 30 years.
Oh yeah, they change quick.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Mark Grote for calling in with his sports knowledge, because we all know we can use it. Next week, we're going to be at the Blue Dog. We're going to be at the Blue Dog again.
You coming up?
Yeah. Cold beer, cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Get a hold of
There you
John,
go.
maybe fire up some bacon for you.
Yeah,
Joe.
you know what? Yeah, Mr. Blackburn, if you're listening, bacon, eggs, all that's good. Coffee, yeah, whatever you've got time to get up and get prepared.
All right. Thanks for Graue Chevrolet Buick for having us out here today. Todd, thanks for sitting in with us.
Enjoyed it.
Look forward to having you on again in the future.
Pretty easy, wasn't it?
Oh.
See?
All right, that's it for
problem.
us today, and we will talk with you next week from the Blue Dog. Good day.